you know me. I don't watch David Letterman.
Yeah, I'm not even going to bring that up.
Mr. Letterman and I have a little bit of history. Should we get into it?
Yeah, I don't see why not. You know. Well, let's just open up by saying you had a remarkable talent.
I had a remarkable talent. It's still there. It's
Kind
not
of.
the same.
I mean,
At a tender age, when I was a young buck, going through middle school, junior high, some may call it, 7th, 8th grade, something like that. I don't remember the exact time. I was on a little game show. It was on Nickelodeon, and it's called Figure It Out. At this point, I'm fairly embarrassed by this, but I told maybe 2 or 3 people up here, and it's become to a point where if beef is in the room and somebody... I mean, it's just one of those things where the minute you tell 2, 3 people, everybody knows.
well, now it turns into, your local celeb.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Now when we hang out, I got to be your bodyguard.
Yeah, or as far as radio goes, sidekick.
Yeah.
But, so yes, and my talent on this show was that I could flick quarters off my ankle. I'm double jointed in my ankle to an extreme extent, and the bone can actually click upwards. And if you put a quarter on it, I can click it, and the quarter will flip. Now, I used to be very, very good at this. I was huge in middle school. I was huge. I was huge in middle school. I mean, as far as the people in middle school went, I was basically the man about campus in middle school. I was the guy after that.
Obviously.
It was my show.
You ran it, baby.
I ran it. But, yeah, and I mean, I could really flick this thing. What they did for their little bit on their show, their cute little bit, is they set up a miniature. It was just a piece of AstroTurf that was designed to look almost like a football field, where they had measurements on each, every maybe 4 inches or so to see how far I could flick the quarter. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now, originally, they were also going to have sort of a field goal type thing where I could flick it, over the field goal. But we were practicing before the show, and I mean, I launched it way past the field goal, so they just took that bit out. So on the show itself, if you watch the tape, and I have the tape, and I watch the tape nightly, just crying and realizing that I reached my peak at 7th grade. But I got right in front of the AstroTurf, and it was out of here. It was out of here. I flicked it right off the turf. Way, way out of here. It didn't even land on the turf. It landed past the turf. I wasn't looking at the turf. I was looking past it. And I got it way past the turf. You saw the tape, Beef, didn't you?
I did see the tape.
Where did it land?
Past the turf.
Where did it land?
Past the turf.
So I figure I could use this talent to sort of, maybe one more little TV gig. I live in New York. I see in one of the New York papers that David Letterman, famous nighttime TV talk show host, is casting for Stupid Human Tricks.
That gap-toothed son of a bitch.
Don't get me started yet. And I looked at the ad and said, there aren't too many human tricks that are stupider than mine.
Right.
Especially since stupider isn't even a word. I stink. So what I do is I call up the number, and he says, okay, we'll have you in. So I travel. I make the trek, 20-minute trek into New York City, the Big Apple, the Windy City.
No, that's Chicago.
Right.
City that never sleeps.
That's right. New York, the city that never sleeps. All right.
Okay.
So I go in, and I go up. We get to this building, which is near the David Letterman studios. I think the Ed Sullivan studios. That's where he broadcasts out of.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's not good enough to have his own studio. So I go up this elevator of this building, which is near the studio, and we get to the very top, and it's just this dusty, dirty, grimy loft where like things are coming down from the ceiling. Luckily, there's windows all around because it looked like there was no electricity. I mean, it was awful. It was just dusty. I mean, it was dirty on the ground, like literally dirt was on the ground, and there's this guy sitting with his sandwich box or something next to him, And he says, all right, let's see it. So I flicked a quarter off my ankle.
You released the hounds.
I did what the audience wanted to see. I mean, it was just a big empty room. There was no furniture. There was no nothing except one guy and his clipboard and a folding chair. And this other guy, I think there was a guy with a video camera. I'm pretty sure there was a guy with a video camera. And I would like that tape, personally. I don't see why you should keep it. You at the Letterman show. I would like it. Anyway.
Guy with the camcorder?
Yeah.
I challenge you to a fight.
I challenge you to a fight. He's filming. He's videoing. And there's, I think, one other woman who's standing up with a clipboard. They all got to have clipboards. Like, there's anything on those clipboards except porn. Kitty porn. That's what's on the clipboards. Idiots.
Obviously.
So I get down on the ground and I do my thing. I flip the quarter off my ankle. Now keep in mind, this is a dirty place, and now my whole side of my leg that I'm sitting down on is just covered in grime. But whatever. I'm not Hollywood yet. I'm willing to get down in the trenches. You know what I mean? To get this TV gig.
I hear you.
So he's like, well, let's see that again. So I do it again. Let's see that again. 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 I do it again, etc., etc., etc. Finally, he says, well, could you do it into something? Could you aim it? I said, I don't know. I don't have that great of an aim to begin with, let alone on my ankle. You know what I mean? Try aiming. Can you aim? You know what I'm saying?
I know
the ankle is a hard body part to aim something with.
I know I can't.
No. I mean, I still pee on the toilet seat. Like, I can aim my ankle.
That's sometimes because you think it's fun.
It's hilarious. It's really funny.
Priceless.
Especially when you're at a girl's house.
Yep.
And then you leave the toilet seat up. You pee on the toilet seat with it down. And then once you're done peeing, you put the toilet seat up and leave. Excellent.
Awesome.
But anyway, so I'm like, I don't know. So he gets this little plastic sandwich box out, which has mayonnaise stains on it. I mean, it's terrible. And he tries to get me to flick it into this. And, my mom is chiming in, saying she could vouch for all of this, especially the peeing on the toilet seat.
Oh.
Yikes. But, so he's having me flick it into the sandwich box, flick it into the sandwich box, flick it into the sandwich box. I must have flicked $100 in quarters. That's a lot of friggin' quarters. Back me up on that one, Beef. How many quarters is that?
400.
That's 400 quarters. You know how many quarters that is?
A lot.
Think about it this way. If each quarter was $1 million,
that'd be 400 million.
400. You know how much money $400 million is? You know what you could buy with that?
A lot. Anything.
Anything. Except for like something that costs.
Except for NotSam Radio.
Except for NotSam Radio, it's $500 million. Right? That's what we were getting at, right?
Yeah, I'd probably
500 million. That's. I think that.
Well, that's what you get. I get a slap across the face and
right.
See you later.
Yeah, you get a slap across the face, and I'll use my ankle to flick a quarter at you if I could still do it. As the story continues, so over and over again, he says, "All right, we'll give you a call." Now I leave this place, this loft thing, and both my ankles. He asked me if I could do it off both ankles. I say yes, so I'm doing it off both ankles. My right and my left ankle are literally sore. My ankles are sore. He worked my ankles out so much that they hurt. The bone hurts. He calls me a few days later saying, it's not so much a kid's show, to have a kid's talent. You keep in mind that this ankle trick is better than anything any adult could do ever. Back me up on that one, Beef.
Definitely.
But he says, if we could work out some kind of bit, maybe we could work it out. I say, well, all right. So literally, I'm practicing on a nightly basis, trying to get the quarter into a bowl. I'm trying to aim it into a bowl, and I mean, it actually gets funny now because you know how when you're a little kid and you just love, say, playing soccer or something, and you love playing the game, and but your dad will push you and push you. Yeah. You have to go to practice, and you just don't love the game anymore, and it's too much. That's what happened with the ankle. I was being pushed and pushed to aim it. And it was at a point where I was trying to flick a dog bone, a dog biscuit off my ankle and have my dog catch it in his mouth. But unfortunately, I was working with incompetence in the form of my dog.
Idiot.
But yeah, finally, I just realized I'm almost breaking down into tears. I feel like I just want to make a montage of like trying to flick this quarter into the bowl like a Rocky movie. Just say, I can't do it, coach. I just can't get it
Saturday Night Lights.
into the bowl. So, at this point, my ankle is still sore, and this is months later, and my ankle still, and I don't get the gig on Letterman, and guess what? My ankle never recovered.
Neither did your heart.
Neither did my heart,
Soul.
soul,
Body or spirit.
body, or spirit. I cannot flick a quarter with even near the strength that I used to. I mean, it's embarrassing now. I can't do it. When somebody asks me, oh, can you still do it? Not really. They think I'm bluffing, but I'm not. It is that bucktooth moron that's friggin' fallen to the gap a-hole with his stupid glasses, his bad haircut, and his triple bypass surgery that made it. Yeah, I'm serious about this. I'm so sincere.
How do you feel about Paul Schaefer?
He's kind of annoying, but I mean, other than that, he didn't do this to me. That Letterman character did.